They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Henry again on second down. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some of them.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Now it's Fields.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded right around the 8.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bears at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet.
And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He dumps it off for Henry. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Yeah, he is out up around the 15-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Throwing again is Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And some room to roam now. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming left, it's Ingram. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play. 1st half. It's 14-0. 2nd down and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Fields. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to... Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Darnell Mooney,
28 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 28-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this 35-0 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 42-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
That good for 19 at a 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. It's a give to the right. Ingram. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Fields on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Henry. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 10 cycle. Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Looking to pass. Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about it.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going to let it go again.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now Tua.
Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here's Tua. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Fields now to throw.
And he'll just get rid of it.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
To throw is Fields.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Tagovailoa. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Tua's throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Just like that. Just like that.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check, 43.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
We're going to shut you down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the turnover, it's Tua. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.